Well, 4 editions are there: Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, Business Critical Edition, Virtual Private Edition. Okay, so some people, they will question you, why it is not hiding. Hello?
Yes, Mahesh.
Yes, Mahesh. Okay.
Yes, Mahesh.
You guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I couldn't able to see meeting, so I clicked on option. Okay. So whenever we are creating a Snowflake account, so this is a kind of uh, Snowflake expert question. If you see here, so you can get it only these 3 edition only: Standard, Enterprise, and Business Critical Edition. So you won't get the option called Virtual Private Snowflake. Okay, so no company won't go ahead with the Standard Edition. So it will start from Enterprise Edition onwards. Okay, so Enterprise Edition, Business Critical Edition, these 2 editions will use public services, common public services they will use. Virtual Private Edition, so which is completely a private network. So that private service will be owned by organization, and that same service cannot be used by other organizations. So that's why this option won't be visible here. Virtual Private Edition. Virtual Private Edition is basically when they will go ahead with this virtual private Snowflake case. So if you take an example of any automobile industry, which is a large company in the entire world, so the designing, the vehicle designing, it won't be revealed, and those kind of data, they won't go ahead with the public services. So there might be chances for hacking. Okay, so even if the hackers, they will hack for out of 100, 5% data also, it is really an added advantage for the hackers. So for 100% secure purpose, they will go for virtual private Snowflake. Okay, vehicle design. Once it is revealed outside, if you guys know the vehicle 3D representation, how the model it will be, and they are expecting to be launched in the next year or upcoming years, if it is revealed, then you guys can start doing one automobile. Okay, and if you talk about pharmaceutical, so if you know the formula, we can prepare the drug, right? So we can sell it outside. Okay, so these kind of sensitive related information, they will be maintained in virtual private Snowflake. They won't go ahead with public services, so that's why it won't be appear here. Okay, so this kind of question, you may get it who having more than 10 plus. Okay, and what kind of SQL does supported in Snowflake. It support most common standard version of SQL to till advanced SQL. It will be supported by Snowflake. Okay, so and the next question is, so CSV files we can load directly into Snowflake. But why we will not load?
Because CSV is a columnar format.
JSON
CSV is structured.
Parquet files. The reason is, in CSV file, it will be a combination of CSV file is nothing but a metadata. Metadata is nothing but it's a combination of metadata, table header and table items. So when I say table header and items, so CSV file will be a combination of table header and table items. So these are the column names or table headers, table items. Okay, so this is looking like table format. So that's why we can able to load this data directly into Snowflake. But if you open JSON files, this format is different. So here, this is one record. This is one record which is separated by comma. Okay, so these are the curly braces, right? And this is one record. So total 3 records are there. So if we load this file into Snowflake database table, these 3 columns will be treated as single record and single column. So if you having 1 lakh records, this 1 lakh records, and if you see here, these are the column names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 columns are there. But this entire file will be treated as a single column name and single record. So that's why these data are semi-structured data. Semi-structured data, we cannot load file directly into Snowflake database. So then how you can load? So we have to create one temporary table with single column and data type should be variant. Okay, so we will load this file into the table, temporary table, which is having a single column and data type is variant. From there, we should load the data into Snowflake main table. So this is how it should be. So this is how it should be converted. Okay, and during once the file is conversion is done, this data it will be in a tabular format. It will be there, tabular. Tableau Power BI is there, right? So the data it will be a tabular format. So we already discussed, right? And in between, if you guys getting doubt, please ask me. So I'm trying to remembering from the each topic wise. And giants, types of giants. Definitely they will ask this question in the interview. They will give some table, 2 tables data they will give, and they will ask us how many records it will be displayed if you apply in a giant. Okay, very simple. How you can give the answer is, in a giant, if table A, table B having matched records are there, then only those matched records only it will be displayed by applying inner giant. So left outer giant, what it will do is, table A, table B. So here table A having 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and another column has 10, 20, 30, and the table B having 2, okay. So what will happen is when I apply inner chain, you will get how many records? You will get 2 records. Here, second record, third record only matching in this table. So you will get 2 records. You apply a left outer join, it will be 5 records. Okay. Why? Because the complete records will be considered from the left table and match records from the right table. So total 5 records. Right outer join. If I apply a right outer join, it display right table, all the records and match records, which means total, sorry, so total 4 records will get it. Okay. So if I apply a full outer join, you will get 5 records. Okay. Full joins will be, it consider matched records and unmatched records also you will get it. Okay. So unmatched records in the sense table A 1 record 10, okay. So this is how it will be displayed. Okay. And okay, so once we load the data into Snowflake, so how you will get to know the rejected records? So how you will get the rejected records is once you know the query ID, so take the query ID and you can write select star from table, validate, here you can specify the table name, job ID, here you can paste the query ID. Okay, so by executing this, we will get the rejected records. And so you already aware, right? So how you will get the maximum salary, minimum salary, and average salary from the table. So by writing select max salary from employee. So you will get the maximum salary for the table. So you will get this kind of questions in the interview also. Maximum value, which means highest value, highest salary from the table, and low salary from the table. and average from the table. Okay, so you will get it. And so the next question it would be like, so how do you calculate the average salaries from each state wise or each country wise? So if the organization is established throughout the worldwide, and averagely in Indian salaries, and average in America, and average in Europe, so Australia, like that. So how you can write it is select country and average of salary from employee, group by country, order by country. So this statement what it will do is, in an average, in India, how much an average the salaries, what are the salaries, and the same way in US, UK, Australia, Germany. So accordingly it will be displayed. Okay, so and another frequent question they ask you, how do we get the second highest salary from the table? Okay, so select max salary from employee where salary not in, select max salary from employee. So you will get the second highest salary by writing this select statement. So till here you will get the highest salary from the table, and you are giving a condition where in salary not in. Again you just copy and paste this statement to here. So what will happen is, it will identify the highest salary from the table and where the salary not in. So means after that second highest salary it will get it. Okay, so this is how we have to give it. Some people they will ask this question in the chat box, they will ask us to write it during interview time. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, yes please.
If you want to choose fourth highest salary, then what coordinate to it?
Fourth highest salary you'll get it. Okay, so and how you can get the table structure in Snowflake. So how do you know the table structure? By executing show tables like table name. So we'll get to know the table. It will define the table structure, and we want to rename the table name. So by executing alter table, table name is old table name, rename to new table name. Okay, so here, so when we execute this statement, old table will be completely deleted and it will be replaced with the new table name. Okay, and the table is already created and I want to add extra column. So by executing alter table, table name, add column 1, column name, data type. So data type either string, number, varchar, date, time. So which are can add it by using alter statement. You can add it. Okay, so if you want to modify the column name, same. This is adding a new column, and this is modifying column name. If you want to delete the column name, drop column name. Data type is not required. Okay. Okay, and types of continuous data loading in Snowflake. So we can load continuous data load into Snowflake with the help of Snowpipe, Stream, and Task. With these three, we can use it these three, or we can use it anyone else. I'm not remembering. So if you guys having any doubts, you can ask me. I'll try to answer it.
Yeah, Mahesh, actually, I faced one interview question like difference between column format and row oriented.
Okay. Yeah. Let me elaborate. So these are columns, right? So these are the columns. These columns, these are records, right? So what will happen is, in case if it is a traditional database, how the data it will store is, first record is 850.297, and first name, the last name, gender, date of birth. It will continually, it will add and it will get stored, which means this is a row format. So row format drawback here is, all traditional databases will be followed by default primary key, and index. Okay. So here, so when we are trying to pulling the data, or we are trying to deleting a record, delete from table employee from so and so record. So where employee ID equal to, I'll take the last record. So the last record is 850.297. That is duplicate record. 722 54 So if you execute this statement in traditional databases, what will happen is this query, it will go to here, and it will verify first record and the second record and third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, like that. Each and every record it will go and validate it wherever it is uh, maintained exists this employee ID, which means in the line number 50th. In the 50th record, it will go, if it is matching here, then it will consider to delete this record. After deleting record, and again it will verify it if there is any duplicate records are there or not. So this is how it will verify. Imagine if the table having some 1 crore record. So 1 crore time this delete statement has to execute, check and verify in the background. It will take lot of time. Okay, and the column and data, the column and format, how it will get stored is, so the same delete statement, the condition we gave employee ID equal to this one. So which means the filter is applying on employee ID. It will come here and it will concentrate on employee ID table. In the employee ID table, and it will split the searching. So imagine here 50 rows are there, right? So 50 rows are there. So out of 50, like 10 times the searching will split it. First 5 records. If no data is found, then the next 5 records. From bottom to top. It will verify at a time. And this data is identified, employee ID is identified, this corresponding whatever the records are there, the complete record it will get deleted within fraction of seconds. Okay, so that is the beauty of a columnar format. But in row format is what it is doing is, it is not concentrating on employee ID table. It is verifying each and every column data. All columns is ideally not required. So in filter condition, we are giving employee ID only. So it should concentrate on employee ID only. It should not look for other columns data. In traditional database, it will look each and every data. So that's why when you check for the performance wise also, it is very huge. You will save a lot of money and lot of time also. Clear? Any doubts?
Yeah, okay, Mahesh.
Any other questions?
And I got one more question. Actually, like, what are the non-chargeable features in Snowflake?
Non-chargeable, zero copy cloning. So it is completely zero. So it doesn't matter if the table having some 1000 crores of data also, it doesn't matter. It will be a free of cost only. And swapping. So if you want to move the data from one system to another system, it will be a less amount, zero charging. And moreover, maintenance management activity is almost zero in Snowflake. Maintenance management in the sense, if you take any other technology, basis team is required, authorization team is required, and admin team is required, backup team is required. For maintaining these 4 teams, they need a separate lead, separate PMs, separate deliveries heads. But in Snowflake, we don't need these 4 teams. It's not at all required. So everything is handled by Snowflake only. If one Snowflake admin is sufficient to give the permissions. in terms of the backup wise, everything is taken care by Snowflake only. Okay. Yeah. Other questions?
The fail-safe is not chargeable, right?
No. It is chargeable. If you want, if you want to get back the data which is there in failsafe, then Snowflake will charge for that.
Excuse me.
Can you mute please if no questions?
Yeah. If we don't need fail safe after time travel is complete, we don't want to fail safe. Okay.
Okay.
Then what we have to do?
For permanent table, failsafe feature by default it will be enabled. So this is not configurable by the user. So if you don't want this failsafe feature, then go ahead for transient tables. And we should not disable failsafe.